Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap into the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Okay, today we are continuing on in the series on attachment theory. Last week, we talked about interdependence and how important that is, especially within the context of attachments and secure attachments. People who have a secure attachment style are great at being interdependent. So if you haven't listened to last week's episode, that would be episode 32, please go check it out. As I said, today we are talking all about the secure attachment style. And I wanted to start with the secure attachments so we know what we're looking for or what we're striving for in our relationships, that when you are secure, you are going to be in your highest level of attachment style. You are going to be safe. You're going to feel at peace. You are going to have enjoyable relationships. Whereas the other attachment styles are insecure. They are anxious and avoidant. And the next episode, we'll be talking about the insecure ones. But today, let's focus on all the great things about having a secure attachment style. Okay, today we're starting with some signs that indicate secure attachments, or like qualities that you have or things that you value that indicate that you are securely attached in your relationships. So, number one, comfort with intimacy and independence. So this means you're comfortable being emotionally close to others without the fear of losing yourself, because that can happen, especially in insecure relationships. You lose your whole self to the other person. Like I hear all the time, I was dating this guy and I didn't even know who I was anymore. I was living for so much for that person. I forgot who I was. I forgot what was important to me. So that can happen. But if you are in a secure relationship, you don't have that fear of losing who you are. You also feel comfortable being alone or having space in a relationship without anxiety about abandonment. So you're able to have your partner go on a work trip, and it's not like, I don't know how I'm going to survive without you for 4 days while you're gone on this work trip. That would indicate an insecure relationship. But if you're like, okay, babe, great. Have such a great time. Like, I'm going to have such a great time on my own these 4 days. Focus on some things that I've been wanting to work on, and I hope you have a great trip. But yeah, love you. Bye. I'll be here when you get back. So hopefully you can see the differences between the secure and insecure. People who have secure attachments are okay with that space. Number two, if you're secure, you have healthy communication. So you can express your needs, your feelings, your concerns openly and assertively if you need to. But you're able to set boundaries without fear. You can handle conflict well. You can stay calm as you work through disagreements without exhorting to extreme behaviors like withdrawal or excessive anger. So you don't turn to, oh, they piss me off, I'm giving them the silent treatment for the whole day. Or oh, they piss me off, I'm just going to yell at them and be crazy around them. No, you can calmly and collectively talk about your feelings. It's okay to get passionate. And, sometimes if you are too hot-headed, if you are in a secure relationship, you're able to maybe even take some space, both cool down and come back and talk about it. You are able to communicate effectively. So let's say you get an argument right now. You can say things like, oh, I'm really hurt right now. I'm just going to need some time before we come back to this. I do want to come back to this so we can resolve this. But that was really hurtful and I just need time to process it. So you're setting a boundary. You're taking time for yourself. That kind of communication. When you're in a secure attachment, you're also okay with conflict in general. It's not the end all be all that it can be, especially in an anxious type of attachment where if I ask for more hugs, this is the thing that is going to end our relationship. Or if I ask him to do the dishes one more time, this is the fight that's going to end our relationship. No, the stakes are so high in an insecure relationship, and they don't have to be. So when you're secure, you're able to fight fairly and calmly. Well, hopefully calmly, but fight fairly is probably the best way to put it. And here's a tool that might help when you're trying to fight fairly, because like being in a secure relationship does not mean that conflicts will not arise. Like there are going to be things you don't agree on, but you'll be able to resolve them calmly. So one way you can hopefully reach an understanding is by what's called mirroring, because conflict is fighting to be understood. So it comes from the me side, but connection is fighting to understand. So mirroring is going to help you to understand. You can call it mirroring or call it the mirror game, whatever. But let's just say you guys are in an argument and you're just like, okay, you ask, what is your perspective on what's going on right now? Or please tell me what you're feeling. And then mirror back exactly what they're telling you. So like, I was hurt when you didn't do the dishes when I asked you. And then you say, okay, so you were hurt when I didn't do the dishes when you asked me to. Why are you hurt? And then you can go on, I'm hurt because of this, blah, 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 blah. So remember to just say back what they said until you're understanding yourself. Do not apologize. Do not try and solve the problem, and don't defend yourself. All you're doing is trying to understand. So you keep repeating back what they're saying until you start understanding. Oh, you feel X, Y, and Z. What am I missing? Okay, this is what I thought you said. What am I missing? And then when they say, yes, you've got it, then your sorry is going to be meaningful. Then you can talk about solutions together if that's what they want. You're going to be able to understand each other more. So I hope that this mirroring game helps you to resolve conflicts in a way that you're both feeling understood. Okay, number 3, there is trust and emotional stability. So you trust your partner and believe in the reliability of the relationship. So like you don't get scared when your partner's like, hey, I have to go away for the weekend. Or like, me and my buds are going to go out tonight. We're going to go watch a hockey game. And like, if that triggers oh, I'm worried that he's leaving, then you might be in an insecure relationship, which we won't get into right now, but secure people have that trust. When you trust your partner, you don't feel the need to constantly seek reassurance or you feel insecure about the relationship. Yes, you can still seek that reassurance. That's only natural and human, but you don't feel like you have to all the time. Like you trust your partner. You've built up that trust within your relationship. So when you are secure in that, you're going to have that trust and emotional stability. Okay, number 4, you have low levels of anxiety and fear. So you don't experience overwhelming anxiety or worry about being abandoned or rejected. And you're generally not fearful of getting close to others or being vulnerable. So in your secure state, you really don't worry about what others think of you. You are confident in yourself and the relationships that you form, that you can trust that you're not going to be abandoned and you're not going to be rejected, that you could say some crazy thing and you're still going to be loved. Like you just know that when you're in a secure attachment. And you in turn are able to be vulnerable and you're just yourself. Like I think one of the greatest indicators of a secure attachment is how yourself you feel with that other person. That when you really feel like you're being your authentic self and they are loving your authentic self, then you have found your people, you found your tribe, and you don't have to worry about being abandoned or rejected. You can enjoy the peace that comes with that security in that secure attachment. Okay, number 5, there's reciprocity and boundaries. You're able to both give and receive love and support in balanced ways. And you respect your partner's need for independence and have a healthy sense of boundaries without feeling threatened. My girl Heidi again. She goes into this a little bit in one of her videos about secure attachment. And this has to do with co-regulation, leading to more independence. So when you're insecure, it means that one person is looking at the other person, believing that that person is the answer to all of their problems. But a healthy and secure relationship means that both people know I'm not the answer, but I can support them while they find the answers to their own problems. So that's what this is talking about. You can give and receive love in balanced ways. So they don't step into the rescuer or the savior role. They step into more of like a coach role, and they help each other work through by listening, asking what their partner needs. Do they want your advice? And you're just looking to empower each other in your independent lives rather than to retreat to each other because they are incapable of solving their own problems. So it's not coming closer because you need me. It's coming closer to let me remind you of all of the ways that you don't need me, that you are capable, and I am here rooting you on, and I'm excited for you to solve your own problems. And I am here if you need support in any way. If you need my help, of course I'm here, but I know that 100% you can solve this problem on your own. So there are boundaries and there's independence, and that independence is not being threatened. If you are securely attached, then both of you are empowering each other on your path of independence. Like, you didn't lose who you were. You are partners on this journey. You don't need each other there, but you're happy that you have each other there. And that's kind of what I talk about all the way back in episode 1, that you trust your worth enough and you don't need that validation. But if you want reassurance and if you want a partner beside you and you're happy to have them, they add value and happiness to your life, then yeah, of course, keep that secure attachment around. We need others. That is a great example if you are feeling empowered by each other. Okay, number 6, emotional resilience. When challenges arise, you are able to cope with them without feeling overwhelmed, and you recover from relationship setbacks more easily and don't let them define your sense of self-worth. So when things get hard within your relationship, try not to lose your sense of self-worth. Like, know that you are enough as you are on your own. Know that they are enough as they are on their own, and that you're in this relationship together and that you can solve the problem together. So not making it me versus them, making it us against the problem. And again, going back to that understanding and fighting fairly and working through conflict and having that emotional resilience to know that, like, yes, this is a setback, but we know we've worked through things before. We can do it again. And this doesn't define my worth. I'm still worthy. I'm still lovable. And this is just something we're working through. Yeah, so having that emotional resilience will be an indicator of your secure attachment. Okay, number 7, self-worth and confidence. You have a solid sense of self-worth and don't depend on your partner for validation or constant affirmation. Hello? Isn't this what we're here for? This is what you're listening to? That when you trust yourself, you don't need a partner. You don't need anyone to tell you how amazing you are. It's so nice to have. It's an extra bonus to have. But when you know who you are and how amazing you are, your relationship will change. When you are securely in your power and knowing that you actually trust your worth, that you don't need that constant affirmation. Again, so nice to have, but you don't need it. And you don't have to depend on your partner's validation. And what we talked about in interdependence is that you have strategies that when you do feel like you need validation, which is totally fair sometimes, like, we're human, we need connection, we need reassurance, totally fine. But it's knowing that your partner is not the end all be all, that you have strategies, interdependent strategies, that if my partner cannot fulfill this need, where do I go to fulfill it? can I solve this problem on my own? Can I fulfill that need for myself? Or who are my top 3 other people besides my partner who will help me fulfill this need to get this reassurance that I need in this moment? Back to trust your worth, babes. Know that you are enough. You have always been enough. And that is a sure sign that you have secure attachments when you really are trusting your worth, even within the relationship. Those are 7 things that help you to know that you are securely attached. Let's go back to my girl Heidi. She brings up some other things that will come in when you're in an actual like romantic relationship, let's say. When you have a life partner that you want to go through life with, these are things that point to you and your partner have a secure attachment. So I kind of talked about the co-regulation one already. So here is another one. It's a strong sense of mutual trust. So you are interdependent on each other, and it means that you are a priority to each other, but both people know they are okay without the other. Like in the worst case scenario, if your partner betrays you, you know that you would be okay without them, that you could move on and overcome that setback because you have a full life with other people and other support systems and that you can turn to. And you have a strong sense of independence. So within the relationship, if you have that strong sense of independence and that mutual trust with each other, then you can trust that that is a secure attachment. It's really knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what happens, that with or without them, you're going to be okay. Another point she brings up is that secure doesn't mean you don't need anything ever. It means a fair balance of giving and taking. It means being adaptable when your partner's needs change and growing together. So let me go a little more in depth in this. Like, no one is perfect. One of you is going to come home from a bad day at work and you're probably going to act out and you're just going to need more comfort from a bad day. In a secure relationship, you take turns being each other's secure base. So if I needed space, then my secure partner would give me that space and not take it personally. They would know that just like, oh yeah, she needs her space. That's totally fine. I can give that to her. But an insecure partner would be like, did I do something wrong? Like, why do you need space? Like, they wouldn't understand why I needed it. Or another example, if you needed a snuggle, my secure, healthy partner would make time and rearrange things within reason to snuggle me. They would make time because I'm their priority and they're happy to make that adjustment in their day to help be my secure base, give me that extra comfort I needed for that day. And then vice versa. Maybe the next day he comes home, he had a really bad day and he just needs some space. So I'm going to give him that space and know that it's just like, it's each of us taking care of each other because both people's emotional experience are important to each other and are able to meet each other's needs, not based on what they would do, but based on what their partner needs in that moment. But it's about reciprocity. It's about taking turns and being there and being what they need, not what you think they need, but being what they actually need and being adaptable. So learning what your partner needs, just knowing it's what they need. It's not about you. You're just there being their support. Another way to know you have a secure attachment is that you are going to have realistic expectations placed on the relationship. If you are insecurely attached and you have an anxious attachment, you will believe that a relationship will take away my anxiety. And if it doesn't, it must be the wrong relationship, or my partner must take away my pain. That is a completely unfair expectation to put on the relationship. Like, think of the pressure that adds. And if you were insecurely attached and you were avoidant, you would think my partner must be perfectly reasonable all of the time, or they are not the right partner for me. My partner would never be dysregulated, even for a minute. That is so unrealistic and unfair, but people genuinely think these things about their partner, that their partner should solve all their problems for them. That's unfair. Securely attached people know that what a relationship is and what it isn't, or they know which needs the relationship can and can't fulfill for them. So they know going into that the relationship is not going to solve all the problems, but that it can be fulfilling and exciting and awesome in so many ways. But they also know the ways that it's not going to fulfill them. And they are able to fulfill whatever needs in other ways. Whew, here we are. I know this is a lot of information. There's just so much great stuff about being secure in your relationships. And if you feel like you aren't in a secure relationship, well, there are ways you can move to secure attachments. And we're going to talk about that next week. And I'm so excited for that. I feel like the best indicator of a secure relationship is being loved for exactly who you are. And that you know that you're loved no matter what you're going to do. That like if you were to do something crazy, that those secure attachments would still love you. If you made a horrible mistake, that those secure attachments would help you overcome that mistake and be happy to help you. That your secure attachments are surrounding you with love and understanding. I know it's impossible to have it in all of your relationships, but you can be someone who is a beacon for others, that you can be a secure attachment for others, that you can be a support to others. And there is hope that if you feel like you're not in secure attachments right now, you can move to secure attachments. You can learn how to be securely attached to others. It's not impossible. And I hope I can help you understand and get there to those secure attachments. Okay, your worth work this week is to work on your self-worth, because when you trust your own worth, it's going to enrich all of your relationships and help you be more securely attached. So I want you to do something that will help you not depend on others for validation. Just something to make you feel so confident in yourself. Whether that be buying yourself a new outfit and being like, damn, I look good. Or whether that be doing some specific worth work. That's going back to that first exercise we ever did, which is, what am I tying my worth to? And how do I get the power back? How do I not tie my worth to things? Or if you're tying your worth to your partner, working out some ways to not tie your worth to them, to get that validation from yourself. Making the I will statements. I will still be loved if blank. I will still be loved no matter what happens in school today. I will still whatever. So working on your worth, working on your shadow work today. I hope that helps you. If no one has told you today, you deserve to be loved. And don't forget to trust your worth. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can find me at trustyourworth.com or on Instagram at trustyourworthpodcast. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.